Yeah. One thing right, man, I tell you. Yeah. Just don't know. One thing right, I had one thing right, I think back, one thing right for a fact, one thing right that I want back, one thing right that I had. Yeah, strength does not compare to what was given, so much love risen. I could break from any prison through your eyes, there was a future endless, how much was expressive. I just couldn't because my own blockage and baggage that I wish I could tell. For all excuses I fell away when I should have been toward. Never made anything awkward for me. All I did was make one fed up, and I really didn't want to mess up. Even though I tried to salvage what was left, the damage was done. That I did not self-sabotage. Every day I wish for the bridge to reconnect, because one thing right I had, one thing right I think back, one thing right for a fact, one thing right that I want. One thing right I had, one thing right I think back, one thing for a fact. I made you my son that made things right, that woke me up every day to strive every day. When wrong was done, I made you my world to recapture was one. But it was felt, it wasn't enough because I didn't see one enough. It was rough for you to see me different from before, and nothing made it better as I continued to try to do more under every weather. I was naive, young, and could not fulfill my what I had. One thing right that I had, one thing right I think back, one thing right for a fact. One thing right that I had, one thing right I think back, one thing right for a fact. One thing right that I want back. Yeah. I want to make you happy, I want to be there, I want to take every step with you. To see that smile, no matter how far we go down a pit, I will do anything I can to see that smile at me, to know we have each other no matter where we sit. One more chance I beg to ask, to start over, to have a better standing from where we are now. For this next I would promise the ultimate fight to last. The last done right for the first time is the thought. Be the next, we will never rot, we prosper for each battle and war fought. Deep down you know who you are, you know me, no matter how far. It's just hard to admit that one can know me when I barely knew how much I was really ready to put up the par for you. They keep saying I fail, but I have not derailed, and I won't. I just hail with you day in and day out. I scream in and I scream out. I look across my own waves to only scout my mountain, to find myself just wanting to be with you. For one thing right I had, one thing right I think back, one thing right for a fact. For one thing right I had, one thing right for a fact, one thing right for a fact, one thing right that I want back, and that's you.